Smile for the camera. Come on, a real smile. We are in Queen Charlotte Sound, just after leaving Skull Cove. We are headed to Codville Lagoon on King Island. We departed Skull Cove around 6 a.m. on 426. We are going to go a distance of 71 nautical miles, and we ended up arriving there around 4:15. I had taken a look at Windy before we left, and here was the prediction. It's all green, so that's somewhere about 15, maybe 20 knots of wind out there. Shouldn't be a problem for us. The good news, it's going in the same direction as us.
Go around Cape Caution. Right there.
Just some calm, rolling waves. You see Cape Caution over there. It doesn't feel like 15 to 20 knot winds. Nice day. You may notice it's not always exciting as we cross the sound. So what do? Eric listens to music or the radio. I listen to books on tape. Okay, we are almost to Egg Rocks. It's a little rolly. Can't really tell from up here. It's a little different view if you were down in the salon or the galley, but it's still not bad. We are now headed up Fitzhugh Sound. We're going about 7.2 knots. It's 12:22. We started about 6. It's a nice wide body of water. I've just finished a 3-hour nap. All those rolly swells just make me kind of sleepy, and I needed the sleep anyway. So I'm at watch, and Eric is back taking a nap, and it's not that exciting right now. I'm not seeing any logs. It's just flat, so I'm gonna have to kind of entertain myself. And we're just going past Kumi Inlet, where we've stayed twice. Very protective anchorage once you get in there. But we're going to keep moving on because we want to try at least a couple new anchorages. You can see the opening right there. We stayed there going up to Alaska the first time and coming back from Alaska. So we're going to Codville Island today, and we're going to anchor there. We haven't been there before. We're going to check it out. We won't be able to do a lot of the fun stuff because we're still rushing to meet up with friends, but at least I can tell you about the anchorage. Eric's down for his last engine room check. Okay, we're coming to the entrance right now, and I have been sent out on the Portuguese bridge to look for rocks. Okay, I've been sent to go up on the bow on the port side and look for rocks. It's dark water. And there's some kelp right there. Is that the location of the rock? That would make sense. We are through the opening now, and we can see to the left and then to the right. We are coming around Codville Island here, which is to the left. There's supposed to be a great little walk here to Sugar Lake.
So when we come into anchor, this is typically what I go through. I try to get this bridle on before the anchor goes over. That way I don't have to string the lines behind the anchor chain once the anchor is down. Had to do that several times. So it's easier to do it this way. In any case, tie it off real well just to make sure I don't lose it. And I tie the anchor down with a line from the shackle on the anchor back to the cleat on the bow. Take that line off. And after watching the anchor levitate and then pound back down on one trip, I knew I needed something, and so Yacht Tech built this plastic block for me that anytime we go out where there's going to be a chance that we get into some head seas that could make that anchor bounce around, that block goes on. Typically like to be in, say, 30 to 50 feet of water, depending upon the tides and so forth. Have gone deeper often, but find that it gets to be quite a bit of road and so forth to make sure that you've got enough scope on your chain to make sure you could not drag anchor. It was not something that I've done in this boat. Did in our last boat. Don't want to repeat doing it again. So spend a lot of time trying to make sure that we get anchored properly. Here we're starting at 40 feet, it looks like. There's the clutch. Got that wheel going, so I'll drop that down. At 40, probably get about 60 feet of scope out on, and then tighten her down and go back and set it up so that I can use the engine to back the boat down on the chain and anchor, and spread the chain out, in a straight line from where the anchor has gone down. So at times I'll use the stern thruster or even the bow thruster to kind of get the boat lined up the way I would like it to be if it has drifted off since we started putting the anchor down. Sometimes it's effective, sometimes it's not. I backed the boat down on the chain, got about 150 feet of scope out there now in 40 feet. And I use, again, to put that flap and the pin in there to keep the windlass from bearing the shock of this anchor scooting across the bottom, a rocky bottom. So long story short, it did this three more times for us and never did hook up good. And so we pulled everything up and got the anchor just a little bit above the water and moved to a different location and started all over again. These are the controls on the Portuguese bridge starboard side. Jog lever, the Simrad, that gives me rudder control, anchor, windlass control, bow and stern thruster, engine on and off, transmission forward and reverse, and a horn in that little cavity as well. So here we are, you have the anchor up. Gonna go find another spot to put the anchor down and hope it sticks this time.
Even distance, getting a little tired and bored waiting to get this anchor secured. So we took a little time out, we played a little fetch and distracted her and me.
That's what I like to see. I like to see that chain go at a good angle and just kind of stop the boat. And then I will kind of gently at first, but then eventually work up to where we're putting several 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 RPMs on the engine in reverse so that I know that the anchor is set. This was a rocky bottom, and we have a 70 kilogram or 150 pound Rockna anchor. It's a very nice anchor. In mud, it's fantastic. In rocks, not so much. It does hold, but I find myself at times putting out more scope just because it doesn't seem to hold quite as well in rocks as it does in mud. The purpose of the anchor bridle is to reduce the angle that the anchor rode is at in relationship to the surface of the water. The bow on the boat is about 10 feet off the water. With the bridle, we can bring the chain down to about 2 feet off the water and reduce the angle of attack and help ensure that the anchor will stay set. It also helps reduce sailing when there's wind and so forth. Keeps the boat from sailing around quite as much at anchor.
And there it is, Diston. We're anchored. What does that mean? That night at anchor, we were blessed with a beautiful rainbow. It just seemed like a sign. And thanks to my sister-in-law, we are trying to get a little bit more healthy and adding a little Asian influence. This recipe was easy and was really good. What do you think, Diston? Good dinner? Yeah? So last night we were anchored in 62 feet of water. At least that's what it says this morning. The tides are a little bit bigger up here. And here are our tracks for the night. It's been raining this morning. It's kind of eased off. Eric decided to wait to pull anchor till it quit raining. I don't blame him. And up there, we have fresh snow. We're taking off this morning. I'm guessing it's not going to be tonight that we catch up with our friends, but tomorrow night we should be there. Maybe. We'll see. This is going to sound weird, but despite the snow, it's starting to feel a little bit like spring and summer. And we're headed back out again. Eric will be following the track that we came in on. Well, that was fun.
It's over with.
And even a smile.
Light usage of the follow-up lever, a little bit more throttle.
On April 27th, 2022, we left Codville Lagoon around 9:15 a.m. and we went 51 nautical miles. It took us about 8 hours, and we arrived in Close Bay right around 5. We are passing through the north end of the passage by Bella Bella. Here we are at Dryad Point. Curious how I spent my day? Well, for 3 hours we've been running, and I have been cleaning house. Eric, those black birds are on our boat. They're on our boat. It wasn't any blackbird. It's a raven. What the heck? We have never had a raven land on our boat.
Huh. That's Peg saying hi.
That's what I was thinking.
You think that might be Peg saying hi? Hey, buddy.
Well, that is a strange thing.
That is a very strange thing.
That's a pretty good sized raven. The Haida and the Tlingit are indigenous groups located in the Pacific Northwest coast of North America. The main Haida territory is Haida Gwaii, Queen Charlotte Islands, while the Tlingits occupy the coastal panhandle of Alaska. The use of animal totems is an important aspect of their traditions. Haida and Tlingit societies are organized into 2 matrilineal moieties, ravens or eagles. Tribal members' people are born either into the raven or the eagle clan line, established through their mother's family. If you've ever been to Southeast Alaska, one can see why these 2 powerful animals are chosen. The raven is the crafty trickster, the one who helped bring man into the world according to the legend. The eagle is the great and proud hunter, with the most watchful gaze one can imagine. Although we enjoy watching the eagles, the ravens are incredible birds. They seem almost human. We have watched groups of ravens play catch with a plastic bag in the windy sky. We've also watched them as a group take turns sliding down a metal roof in the snow. We're also told that they recognize faces of people. They are a mesmerizing bird. However, we've never once had a raven land on our boat and stay for a while. Having never had a raven join us on our boat, we felt that this was a very special occasion. And he's back. Eric's up there cleaning up what he left us last time he was here. He might be gone now. And then Eric took over the cleaning where I left off. At least we're getting things done. And we were coming into Closed Bay. We are anchored in Closed Bay, and this is where we are for the night. Here's another view. And we are anchored in 27 feet of water. And Eric is relaxing. It is a nice night. Look at this. How was the anchorage last night?
It was okay.
It was okay?
Yeah, it was okay. Probably won't go back. We'll go to Mary's Cove instead.
So, you were commenting earlier that this trip, you're a lot more comfortable going into these tight places.
Yes.
Getting some more experience?
Yes. Yep.
Are we having a little more fun?
Yep.
Just, yeah?
Yes.
There's Coots Inlet. We have been by ourselves for the last 3 nights, but we're headed up to meet some friends at a different anchorage and looking forward to some fun with people. Sure is pretty. Join us next time as we create a noodle in Bishop Bay. If you want to be notified of the next video, please hit like and subscribe.
Havaseas you next time.